Hello everyone, I'm Alex.
I'm Andy.
And today, on episode 2 of Top 5 Collabo, we're going to be talking about the N64. As always, like and subscribe. Let us know what your favorite N64 games are in the comments. If we forget to mention any or place any too low, let us know. Join our Patreon. We have plans starting at $1 a month. It helps us with the brick and mortar store. It helps us expand our videos. All that. It's all very appreciated. And thank you for even just watching. With that being said, let's get right into it.
It's kind of a smallish library.
And yeah, I think Andy and I also both disproportionately like the N64 compared to like other people that just have an opinion of a wide swath of consoles. It has charmed us both. So yeah, I'm excited to do this one. This is, like I said, both of our favorite consoles. Super cool library. It is small, but it's pretty focused, I'd say, in a lot of ways. Let's get right into it. Let's address the elephant in the room, or rather the plumber in the room, Mario 64.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Ocarina of Time. But yeah, we'll do Mario 64. I am not a fan of 3D Mario. I've said that many times, I think. Back in the day, like at Toys R Us, Walmart, wherever, they would have, kiosks with the consoles, and they really, ramped up by the time N64 came around with that. And everywhere you went, every store you went, it had Mario 64 in there. And I never remember stumbling upon someone actually playing the game. It was just always in the hub world kind of at the beginning, just walking around outside or swimming or whatever. I don't know, the physics and everything they were able to achieve, 3D, yeah, we get it. But sorry, not a fan of that game.
It is it's like the entire speedrunning community also is just about Mario 64.
That's true. And the more I get or hear about all of that, it does become a little more interesting of a game to me. I think there's definitely 5 games I would put ahead of this game.
I hate to say that I agree, but I agree. It probably should be in our top 5. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, neither of us are the biggest 3D Mario fans in the world. And there are some games that I love on this console, but I'll let you say the next one.
Well, I'm gonna throw another one out there just to get it off the list, and that is Donkey Kong 64.
I think people
might be angry about that. No? Okay.
It's not. It's generally, people like the Donkey Kong rap, and that's about it.
Okay, good. Donkey Kong Country was great. Donkey Kong 64 is a load of garbage. Sorry.
I haven't played it yet. I think I'll think it's okay. But yeah, it doesn't need to be in my top 5. Banjo Kazooie, though, I feel a little bit different about that one.
Yeah, I definitely think that is a much, much, much better game. But I still think there's 5 games I would put ahead of Banjo.
Okay. There's maybe 2 or 3 games I'd put ahead of Banjo. I'm going to fight pretty hard for this one. I don't know. It's just so whimsical. Also, the way they did voices in that game, I know that's such a random thing to point out. It's just so fun, though. I like the random voice lines. And then also, yeah, I don't know. I went back and played this game. I went back as if I played it when it came out. But I played this game recently. And I was surprised by just genuinely how good the control... there are PS2 platformers that I've played that are way worse. Yeah, control-wise than Banjo-Kazooie. It feels so nice to play.
Yeah, the control, say whatever we, in hindsight now, looking back at that controller, yeah, obviously is. I mean, even at the time, people were like, "What is this?" But it does feel really good when you play those types of games.
Yeah, the games that were made for it.
Absolutely. You can write it down there. That's
fine. Yeah, no, it's written down.
It doesn't mean anything.
I put the legendary sideways tally, which is the maybe marker.
I said it already, but I'll just say Ocarina, just because that's a no-brainer for me. However, I don't think you've ever played Ocarina of Time. I
haven't, but that era of Zelda is probably the most interesting to me besides the top-down. They seem so magical. I think it is a lot just like the Ben Drowned creepypasta, if you've ever heard of that. That might have been Majora's Mask, though.
Yeah.
Which, are you going to also put that one, or is it just Ocarina?
No, I was just going to do Ocarina. I think Majora is a more interesting game, now, 30 years later, however long it's been. But
I think 100.
100 years,
yeah. I think so.
No, yeah. I think Ocarina is the obvious choice there.
Yeah, that game, it's probably one of the most exciting Zelda games to me as someone who hasn't played much Zelda. I don't have an issue with it being in our top 5. I'll throw out another game, Kirby 64.
Full confession, I've never played Kirby 64.
It's my favorite Kirby game. Easy.
I think I knew that.
So. It's from the same trilogy as Dreamland 2 and 3.
Okay.
So it has a similar vibe where it's kind of like a slower game where you don't run that fast or anything. It's more about exploring the environments and stuff. It also has the combo ability system, which is my favorite Kirby gimmick ever, because you can get like a fire sword or like a giant drill. Like just the range of abilities you get from the fact that you can combine two abilities into one. This game has more abilities than like any other Kirby game, and they got so creative with them. They're so fun. The early like 3D polygons just work so well with Kirby's art style. Like everything's like simple shapes. It's also like, it's that era of Kirby that was also like super creepy kind of. So there's a bunch of like weird demon eye creatures attacking you. I don't know. I love Kirby 64. It's so atmospheric, and it has my favorite gimmick of any Kirby game by far.
All right. So how about if Ocarina of Time, we'll each put in one game that the other has not played.
Okay.
And Ocarina of Time will go
in Kirby 64.
Kirby 64.
Ooh, have you played Pokemon Snap though?
I have played Pokemon Snap.
Okay. Then I'm okay with that. I mean,
but I also don't think that's a top 5 N64 game.
We'll get back to it. Okay, I'm gonna put vertical.
But tallies. I also know how strong your feelings are about Snap.
They are so. It's like if I wake up on the right or wrong side of the bed, wherever you see it, Kirby 64 and Pokemon Snap could be like my 2 favorite games of all time on any given day. Like they're so good. They're the perfect games to me. Pokemon Snap is just so charming. I just love looking at Pokemon, I think is what it comes down to though. So I don't know. I could see a world where maybe it's not on every single person's top 5 N64 list. If I have to concede that Pokemon Snap isn't on this, I'll do it. But it'll be hard for me. Okay,
so there's 2 that I'm holding back on purpose, but we'll go into another like greatest of all time game, GoldenEye.
Yeah. It's old. If you didn't grow up with GoldenEye, it's not that fun.
You don't care?
No, I have more fun with Doom than I do with GoldenEye, wow. Like by far. Right. I like legitimately really like Doom, and GoldenEye, it's like just kind of a clunky old game.
You wouldn't have Halo without GoldenEye.
I'm fine with that. I don't need Halo that bad.
Well, no, I'm just saying like, but that's all it. Like we've now like collectively decided that GoldenEye is not a great game. We all loved it because at the time it was great. Yeah. But now it's evolved into other games have taken the kind of, they owe it something, but we don't owe it anything to put it on this list. Okay.
If you feel super strong about it,
no, because I mean, I think Perfect Dark is a better game than GoldenEye, but I also don't think you're going to put that in the top 5.
I mean, if you like it as much as I like Pokemon Snap, I'll write down Perfect Dark and we can come back to it.
I would, if I woke up and I needed 2 N64 games to my left and right, it would not be Perfect Dark or GoldenEye. So I don't know if I love it as much as you love Pokemon
Fair enough. I'm going to say the one that I'm surprised you haven't said yet, which is Wave Race.
Well, I was definitely holding that back because I feel like that's a unanimous number 1 for both of us.
Okay. I don't think... I would put Ocarina of Time at number 1 before I put Wave Race, and I love Wave Race, and I've played it, and I haven't played Ocarina of Time.
Wave Race is one of my favorite games of all time, and there's only one other game on the N64 I would even put above it.
It would be so... Okay. We can give stronger consideration to it.
I just played this game so much. I like growing up, but I felt like for a long time I thought that was just unique to me because I was like a weirdo who just liked playing that game 10 hours a day. But I've met other people that really love that game.
Yeah, no, it's a really well made. Like it holds up way better than you'd expect it to.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold back the only
the other which I know what it is. I'm not actually sure why you haven't said it, but I'll let you hold it back for your own reasons.
Well, I just wanted, for content purposes, get everything else out there.
Stick around for this game, Andy's going to say.
It is not Hexen 64 or Quake 64.
I am going to say Mario Tennis. And I'm not kidding. Mario Tennis. I love Mario Tennis.
Someone else came into the store and was like, would not shut up about Mario Tennis.
Did you get their number? Can I contact them? I think I need to speak to this person. But I don't know. Mario Tennis, it's obviously very simple. There's like 2 buttons and there's different directions you can go. Toad screaming like a tennis player he already kind of does just naturally. That's his voice. So when he does his little Toad screams as a tennis player, that's awesome. This game just it's so snappy and responsive for a game this old. I don't know. This game does something to me. I get in a trance. I love Mario Tennis so much.
All right. We can write it down. I don't know if it's the top 5.
Okay, yeah.
I might not just miss the cut.
I'll put a sideways.
Pokemon Snap. I was going to ask you your thoughts on Yoshi's Story.
I actually haven't played it. That's one of the Yoshi games I haven't gone to yet.
I've only played a little bit of it, but I feel like it's one I want to revisit.
I have a feeling it won't make our top 5.
No, it won't. It won't.
When we get to top 5 Wii U, that's probably the last console we'll ever speak about. But when we get to that point, I'll have a lot more to say about Yoshi.
When you look at the first person or the first party Nintendo games on this console. Like that's what sold this console, like more than anything. Like the third party stuff is all just like, you know, games that were ported because, or games that were on the system because they were also on PlayStation or whatever, but just not as good. Like the Resident Evil 2 is on N64, but who played that on N64? Yeah. Like people like seek out that cart now, but back in the day, no one played it on N64. I'm trying to think if there's any like weird
Diddy Kong Racing.
No one said that Ooh, yeah.
Which is it's a super good kart racer.
I love that kart racer. I wish, like, I mean, obviously Mario Kart is Mario Kart, but the little hub world that you're in Diddy Kong, there's so much stuff to, like, explore and unlock in that, and then the different vehicles that you can be. That's a great game. I love that game. I would put that in my top 5. I don't know if that's in our collective top 5.
It's definitely, it can be in the conversation. I don't know if it'd be in my top 5. You should say the game you've been holding off on, though, I feel like. Unless
Star
you have
Fox
other things.
64. The greatest game of all. One of the greatest games of all time. I think this game is perfect. Like the replayability is like so good in terms of like the different paths you could go on. I think now that we've seen Star Fox 2, I mean, obviously, you know, it was leaked and it's been out there, but now that it's out, like now that more people know about that game and you play the first game and then you see Star Fox 2 and then you see what they achieved in Star Fox 64, like it's definitely the pinnacle of that concept, in my opinion. I would love if they would come out with another one because I don't really like Assault or any of the other games.
We'll talk about more in the Wii U video too.
That'd be Command, right? Assault was the GameCube one.
Is it? No, that's Star Fox Adventure. I think Assault and Guard both came out on Star Fox.
There was Star Fox Adventure on GameCube, but Assault also came out on
Okay,
GameCube.
I don't know. I don't even know.
I don't even remember which one came out on Wii U because it was Wii U.
It was definitely Guard.
It was Guard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Guard and Command. Because Command was the DS.
Okay,
one.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right.
Regardless, Star Fox 64 for the Nintendo 64 it was a real technical marvel, and I also think it plays really, really well on that controller.
One that I haven't played, but that I would probably fight for if I had played it was F-Zero. I think GX. Is that the one that's on?
Yeah, GX. I played it a little bit, but I've never been a huge F-Zero fan, so it was never like on my.
That's fair. I like the SNES one a lot.
Yeah, the SNES one is great. There were a lot of bad games on the system. I remember I had Mission Impossible. I didn't have GoldenEye. My friend had GoldenEye, but I had Mission Impossible. I was like, oh, yeah,
you had GoldenEye at home,
right? But yeah, Mission Impossible was a horrible game. There's just a lot of bad games.
Shout out to Bass Hunter 64. It's fine.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to mention a fishing game.
Bass Hunter 64 doesn't have to be in my top 5, but it's fun. It's a good little fishing game if you want to see N64 fish.
I never understood Killer Instinct Gold. Like one of the characters, I can't remember his name, was on like the box, was on the N64 box. Like they used this character to promote this system, and I was like, why would you ever play a fighting game on that controller?
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
There were a lot of good like racing games.
There were a ton. But a lot of them were like Lego Racer also was on PS1 and stuff. Yeah. There's also Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness, which I legitimately do really like the game. It's a cool like arcadey top-down puzzle adventure game, but that's also cross-platform. Currently, the ones that we have determined we can't compromise on are Ocarina of Time, Kirby 64, Wave Race, and Star Fox 64. Are we sticking by that?
So there's an opening for one.
There's an opening for one, and among those are Banjo, Pokemon Snap, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Mario Tennis, Diddy Kong Racing. I will be really mature here and cross out Mario Tennis. I don't think it's going to make it into this tight race. Are there any you can get rid of from this?
When you said all of those, like there was a clear front runner for me, and that was Diddy Kong Racing.
Really? Diddy Kong Racing's your platform. I don't know. I'm like, my mind's going to war right now about Pokemon Snap and Banjo. I like Pokemon Snap more personally, but if I had to choose like top 5 greatest N64 games, I'd probably put Banjo above it, and I also love Banjo. If Diddy Kong Racing is the one that I would rather you fight for GoldenEye than Diddy Kong Racing.
So many people come into the store asking for Diddy Kong Racing.
It is really
That's like
fun.
One of the most like sought after games. I feel like there was a pretty like high production like quantity of that game. I don't know why you don't see more of it, but I mean Mario 64 should probably be there, but.
But neither, but this is already such a tight race. Neither of us care about Mario 64 that much. I feel like it's a little egregious, but maybe it should just be left off our list. I feel better putting it on than Diddy Kong Racing.
You didn't mention any of the Mario Party games.
I wonder why.
Or Smash Bros.
Yeah, we didn't even put Mario Kart or Smash Bros. We're done doing
Or Paper Mario.
I probably would like Paper Mario if I played it. I just haven't played it. So that's why it's not on here for me. Diddy Kong Racing is... I was almost about to scribble that one out too. It is the one I would rather put GoldenEye over like Banjo and Pokemon Snap.
You would put GoldenEye over...
Before I put Diddy Kong Racing over them,
yeah,
yes.
that's fine.
I'm saying if...
I would too. Like, I would... GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, and Diddy Kong, like, all three of those games are kind of like a tie for fifth place in my mind.
Okay, I'm gonna scribble out Diddy Kong then. Which one out of GoldenEye and Perfect Dark do you want to keep?
I would keep Perfect Dark.
Okay. We're scribbling out GoldenEye, Mario 64, GoldenEye, both not going to be in our top 5 64 games. We do really like this console, I promise. Okay.
There's just so many good games.
We're left with Banjo, Pokemon Snap, Perfect Dark. That sounds like I have to get rid of another one. Oh my goodness. Oh no. I have to get rid of Banjo. I hate to do it. I think Banjo deserves to be on this list more. Do you have any super strong feelings about this?
What is it coming down to?
Banjo versus Pokemon Snap, and then they have to go up against Perfect Dark.
Wow.
Banjo is moving on.
Wow.
We can't have... I was just imagining the world where our top 5 N64 list doesn't have Mario or GoldenEye or Banjo. Those are like the 3 N64 games.
That has Zelda on there.
Yeah, it has Zelda.
And Star Fox.
No, that's true. Star Fox is not...
First party Nintendo is very well represented here.
Yes.
In our 5.
That's true.
And you got Rare. Like, this was like Rare at its peak. So, we got Rare and Nintendo. And the era it saw a departure of, long-time Nintendo relationships with other publishers like Square.
But not Enix.
And not Enix.
We got Quest 64.
We did get Quest 64. And then also Capcom. Like, I know Mega Man Legends, but that's a cross-platform game, and more people played that on the PlayStation. All that being said, Perfect Dark obviously is the...
It's Banjo. All of this, we need at least one agreeable game on our top 5, which is Banjo, and kind of Wave Race, I guess. But like...
Okay, so I'm willing to wager that you don't know the name of the character in Perfect Dark. What's her first name? Her last name is Dark.
Perfect?
No, that is the perfect answer, but that is not the correct one.
No.
Joanna Dark. But I was also going to say I don't know the name of the bird in Banjo, so it was like a wash.
I'm pretty sure it's Kazooie.
Well, there you go.
I think I was going to say you don't know Banjo's last name.
No.
I don't either.
Is it Tui?
I don't know if he has a last name. It might be Rare.
Banjo Rare.
I don't know. Okay.
Banjo Kong.
So how adamant are you about Perfect Dark? I really think we need to. I think I can play the popular opinion card here. Banjo should. I also doctored this so that it wouldn't be up against GoldenEye somehow.
Like the popular choice would have been GoldenEye over both of those games, but
none over Banjo. See, it will be GoldenEye over Perfect Dark for sure. But not if you want to.
I think Perfect Dark. I think it's coming out now. I think people are starting to realize that Perfect Dark is a superior game.
But people have always there have been a single doubt that Banjo is one of the best 3D platformers of all time, and he's so whimsical.
Fine, put it on.
Good. Okay, here we go.
In the top 5.
I'll put it at. We'll talk about it. Our top 5, not ordered yet. We'll get to that part. Banjo Kazooie, Kirby 64, Perfect Dark, Wave Race, Star Fox 64. No, not Perfect Dark. Sorry. Wait, what am I missing here? Oh, Ocarina of Time. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I want to start from 5, but starting from 1 might be easier.
Wait, why don't you rank your 5 and I'll rank... You rank it the way you would rank it. And I'll tell you what I'm...
Okay, I'm not going to write this down, though. This is just for the sake of discussion.
Yeah.
The way I would rank this... I mean, I'd put Ocarina of Time at 5, I guess, just because I haven't played it that much. Maybe Wave Race at 4, Star Fox 64 at 3, Banjo at 2, Kirby at 1.
I think my list might be the exact reverse of that.
The exact opposite. That makes sense, honestly.
No, I mean Star Fox is my 1. Like Kirby 64, I haven't played it, so that's my 5. Then Banjo would be 4. Then Ocarina, then Star Fox, then Wave Race at number 1.
I feel like okay.
I'm just kidding. Star Fox 64, and then Star Fox 64 is my number 1.
Okay. I feel like Banjo should be 3. I know it's a weird spot to start. I think we can agree the best.
You can't put Ocarina below Banjo.
I don't think I would. I think, unfortunately, Ocarina of Time's above Banjo in this.
Okay.
But I think Banjo's at 3.
So it's Star Fox. So Star Fox is 1.
Mm-hmm.
Ocarina is 2. Banjo's
That's your
Banjo is 3.
Oh, that's messed up.
And then 4 is Wave Race, and 5
is Kirby. Oh no.
Yeah, well, where would you put? If you put Banjo at 3, where are you gonna put Kirby? At 2?
I mean, I want to put it at 2, but it doesn't make. I guess Kirby's 4, Wave Race is 5.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. Somehow you.
Hey, it pains me that Wave Race is 5.
That's true. That is a big concession for you. So, what's your number 1?
Star Fox.
Star Fox.
I like Ocarina is a great game, but
okay, you know what?
One great game I'm gonna put above Ocarina.
You don't get to just control the top 2 though. I'm not putting Star Fox at 1. I'm sorry.
What?
Ocarina of Time is way more generally like
you have never even played the game.
Yeah, but come on, you're putting Star.
Yes, I think legitimately you could make a really solid argument
that Star Fox
is a better game than Ocarina, especially now looking back in hindsight. Like I think everyone agrees that Ocarina of even the N64 version of Ocarina of Time is not even the best version of that game to play.
Fine. Well, I hope for the rest of time every day someone comes in and questions you about this decision. You were cursed to that fate of explaining. You're gonna have to come up with a real good argument for this. All right. If you want to read off the official top 5 that I crossed out number 1 twice.
All right. At 5, we have Wave Race. At 4, Kirby 64. At 3, Banjo Kazooie. 2, Ocarina of Time. 1, Star Fox 64.
All right. With that being said, again, let us know what you think of our list. Be nice. Let us know what your list would be.
Mario Party, Smash Bros, Paper Mario, Mario 64, and Mario Kart.
This is Mario's list, seemingly. But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe. Join our Patreon. Let us know what we should rank next. Let us know what series that we've done so far are your guys' favorites, and we'll make sure to do more of those. If this is out before Halloween, have fun on Halloween. And if this is out after Halloween, wait till next year and have fun on Halloween. Yeah, thank you for watching.